Yo, what is good YouTube? It's Elliot here from Neanderthal Fitness. Sorry, I haven't put a video up for a while. Life has got in the way, as it does. So, shooting some quick videos this morning before I head off to the gym, in the hope of getting things rolling again. But before we go on, very quick message to say, I know I keep doing these little disappearing acts. So, to all the faithful subscribers who don't unsubscribe every time I don't do a video for a couple of days, thank you. You guys still watching this, you're the reason that I'm still making videos. Because let's face it, my audience is currently pretty small, so the more the merrier who are still watching. But alas, things are happening. I'm probably going to be moving into my own place in, I think it's like 2 weeks' time. It's just pending references going through, and once that's done, then I will be there, which will mean, like when I had the flat before, I will have many more opportunities to film. I know it's a bad excuse, but I don't like filming when there are like people walking around, if someone's around flushing the toilet, or people like listening to me talk to the camera. Feel like a bit of a knob, so yeah, I tend to only film when the house is empty, which at the moment just hasn't been often, and this week I've gone back to work, so really today and tomorrow are the only 2 days that I have where there's any daylight, because now we're getting into winter, and this camera doesn't like low light situations. But anyway, on with the show. So I haven't put a bulking update on in a while, and this is not a true proper bulking update, but it is a bit of one. So basically it's to say that I've fallen off the wagon a bit. I've still been training, don't get me wrong, I have still been training, but calorie counting has been some days yes, some days no, and I haven't weighed myself in ages. I'm actually going to weigh myself tomorrow and see how I'm doing, and from like this weekend I'm going to spend some time working out a new, easier eating plan, one that allows me to make food really quickly and easily, so that now that I'm going to work, I've got obviously stuff that I can have in the morning, stuff that I can have at lunch, and something that's easy to do because I'm getting home at like 9 o'clock because I finish work and then I'm straight to the gym. So yeah, it's just trying to get everything in balance again. And yes, I'm making excuses, definitely I am. But this video series is always supposed to be a process of how I got from where I was to wherever it is I end up, to hopefully, putting on some decent respectable size and getting my ass in decent shape. So there's going to be weeks that aren't so great, because for you, if you're watching this and you're thinking, I want to make a change, there are going to be weeks that aren't so great. So often we see people who just appear on the internet or appear on TV, or they write a book, and they've already got this amazing physique and they've already got this amazing life, and sometimes it's hard to visualize how you go from where you are right now to where they are. So I wanted this to be trials and tribulations, the good, the bad. So yeah, I haven't really measured anything in a while. I've started training in a new gym because I couldn't film in the old one. So next Saturday I aim to record my workout, and yeah, then that'll be the first like training footage update video I have. But really, when I worked out the other day, I realised even though I haven't been eating that well, my strength hasn't really dropped off. I'm still benching 50. I haven't managed to push that up to 52.5, but I'm still able to bench 50. I'm up to bicep curling 14k, dumbbells, that is 14k on each arm, and because I switched to dumbbells because I was getting a lot of forearm pain with the barbell, so I got the barbell up to 30k, and I was just having this really intense pain in here. Alternating supinating bicep curls with dumbbells seems to be taking that pain away, so I've switched to that. I've got that up to 14 kilos a piece. Shoulder press is up to 30 kilos with a barbell. I'm currently leg pressing again. I think I leg pressed 95 the other day. Because it's a new leg press machine, I started a bit lighter, started on like 72, and I'm just figuring out where I am. So I did 95. I'm going to do more this week. But basic moral of the story is my strength hasn't really gone down. I'm still small as fuck, but, you know, I haven't measured myself, but I don't think my measurements have got any smaller. Something that really filled me with confidence actually was when I got this job and went back to work this week. You know, I was umming and ahhing with, I was like, oh my god, I don't really want to bulk, you know, it's so much food, it's expensive, maybe I should just try and be healthy, blah blah blah, stuff that I've talked about before, you know, when my flaky attitude takes over and I don't want to continue doing the one thing. And then I put on one of my old work shirts. I used to wear extra small shirts because I like my clothes to be snug fitting, and I'm small, you know, I was like 120, 130 pounds. So yeah, I wore an extra small, and you know, it was comfortable but snug. And Jesus Christ, I put it on the other day, and because my hair's long now, obviously I'm wearing this because it's a bit greasy today, but I wanted to make the video. So I put it on, my hair was still wet from like shower pre-work, and I tried to wipe my hair out of my face, and I got to like here, and the sleeves were just like, you can go no further. And you know, it sounds stupid, but it made me think, yeah, I've made fucking progress in a short space of time. I've gone from an extra small to actually having to wear a small. And, you know, for some people that just sounds pathetic. It probably is. And it's like, you know, it's real bottom of the rung shit. But for me, that makes me feel good, wanting to go up in shirt sizes. This is like from back when I was a lot more fashion conscious, when I was a bit younger. Now I just wear whatever, as you guys know from my videos for the most part. But when I was a lot more fashion conscious, I hated the fact, because I had to wear extra small, I could only really shop at Top Man. I could shop at River Island sometimes, but their sizes were a bit hit and miss. Places like Primark, places like H&M, any of the supermarket clothes stuff, BHS, any of that stuff, you know, for guys, their clothes don't start that small, man, so everything fits you like a sack of shit. And so I've fantasized for years about being able to wear a medium so that I can shop in like literally every shop. And that may sound stupid to some of you guys who are a bit bigger and you don't struggle to shop. But genuinely, when you're a really small guy, it's got a bit better over the last few years because, like, you know, emos and scene kids, and that's kind of become hip to be quite skinny for guys. But previously that was never the way. And people just didn't make clothes for really skinny guys. And it was just so difficult to find clothes that didn't make me look like a fucking dick. So I'm excited to get up into a medium, you know, eventually. But I've gone from extra small to small. Like I said, last measurement, my arms were 13.5. Chest was like approaching 36 maybe. I think like 35.8. I can't really remember. But I'll check the measurements and I'll do new measurements, which will be for the video next week, which will have training footage, which will have measurements, weigh-ins, everything. And then I'll talk about my new eating regime. Quick few other things to mention. One, response to a comment I got. I haven't read the whole comment, and I'll probably respond to you directly, you know, in text in case you don't see this video. But if you are watching, then, you know, this, just to address you, I can't remember your name, but basically the guy who said that said that it was like a dreamer bulk, and then I got a bit arsey in my last video about that. Basically, I read the beginning and I see that you said you weren't trying to insult me, put me down, or any of that stuff. And I understand that, man. I, you know, apologise if I came across as being a dick or being a cocky shit. I didn't really mean that. Essentially, I have my reasons for not wanting to follow that advice. For me, personally, I'm someone who takes shit to heart, right? So when people say stuff to me, even if it's meant either in jest or if it's meant like as genuine advice and not like putting me down, if people say like, oh, you're skinny, or people say like, oh, what you're doing isn't going to work, I take that to heart. It's something for me I need to work on, right? So I need to man up, get a tougher skin, so that this shit doesn't bother me. And I know you didn't mean it in an insulting way. I know it was genuine, intended, good advice, so thank you for the advice. But something I believe, and something I heard a long time ago, was if you want to succeed, pick one idea, make that idea your life, and follow that. You know, if you're one of those guys, I've said it before in videos, if you're one of those guys who reads all the latest fitness magazines, and you jump from one program to the next, to the next, to the next, like I've done in the past, I've eaten paleo, then I've tried to bulk, then I've tried to cut, then I've eaten paleo, you know, and you're like just changing all the time. You never really achieve anything. And if I listened to every piece of advice that people gave me, whether or not it's good advice, I would never progress forward. So, you know, I've picked my ideal of what I want to do, and I need to convince myself to stick to it so that I can see what progress is possible this way. And once I've made decent progress by, you know, bulking, whether it is a dreamer bulk or whatever, then I can readdress, you know, 6, 8, 12 months later, I can take a new idea if it's not working for me and do something new, but I'll never know what progress I can make if I keep chopping and changing. So thank you for the advice. You know, no offense intended by what I said in my last video, just that, you know, this is my idea. I want to bulk up and get big, even if I do get fat in the interim, and that's just what I'm aiming to do. So back on it next week, kicking it, hitting it, eating everything in sight, and go, go, go. Time to, you know, make shit good again. So peace out. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please do comment, subscribe, like, and I'll see you in the next one. Even if they're not that regular right now, that will improve. You know, I'm never going to stop making videos. I'm going to keep going as long as YouTube will still have me, and, you know, they will get more regular once I'm back in my own place. So peace.